I'm Mr. Robinson, your school librarian, and I'd like to take a moment this morning to talk to you about World Book Day, which is taking place this week on Thursday. Now, in the past, the school has run some exciting events and competitions as part of World Book Day. We've even had students and staff dressing up as their favourite characters from books. Unfortunately, due to lockdown, that won't be possible this year, but we are still planning some exciting events that you can take part in. And, as in every other previous World Book Day, there will be free books available to you. All you'll need is one of these vouchers, which will be sent out to you or available electronically. Simply take this voucher to your next supermarket visit and exchange it for any one of a selection of books that will be available for £1 in your local supermarket. At the moment, I'm currently reading Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline, which is the sequel book to Ready Player 1. Some of you may have heard of this, as it was made into a film a few years ago. And if you enjoyed the film, I strongly recommend you check out the book. It's a really good read, and it's just as good as the film. However, the book I'd like to recommend to you during lockdown is one that I read last summer, called The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I was introduced to this book last year during the Black Lives Matter movement when I wanted to learn more, and a friend of mine recommended I should pick this up. It's a fictional telling of events similar to those that led up to the Black Lives Matter events that you saw in the news last year. In the introduction, Angie Thomas writes very specifically about what inspired her to write this book. She says, "I was in my junior year at college when Oscar Grant lost his life after being shot by a police officer in Oakland, California. In my own anger and frustration, I did the only thing I knew how to do. Instead of burning every garbage can on campus, I wrote. The result was 4 short stories that became the creative portion of my college project. They take place in a single urban community called Garden Heights, which represents almost any inner-city, poverty-stricken community in America. As its name implies, it is nevertheless a garden of sorts. Controversial rapper, actor, poet and political activist Tupac Shakur told of the rose that grew from concrete, a metaphorical description of individuals who rise and flourish despite being the product of problematic environments. The main characters of those stories are roses grown in concrete. It is those stories, including the ones here, that became the starting point for The Hate You Give." This book, although not suitable for younger readers and probably more suited to our older teenage readers, is still a book that I would strongly recommend. It gives an incredible insight into the events of the Black Lives Matter movement, and I cannot recommend this enough. I'd love to know what you're reading right now, so please get in touch with us using school email and let us know what book, could be comic, could be novel, could be short stories, but what you're reading right now. And remember, reading matters. Thank you very much.